As you said, my presentation will be on fraud prevention and management tools in the Logone transboundary watershed in Cameroon. Okay, as introduction, we are going to first of all to emphasize the key information on the Logone basin. The Logone River is a natural boundary between Cameroon and Chad. The hydrological system of the basin is very complex and somehow makes it difficult to appreciate the interface between the surface and underground water. The seasonal flooding of the Logone River gives rise to a north-south bound, an important hydrological network, seasonal water with Logone, where this Logone River is the only permanent watercourse in the region. The relief is made of wide and low plains where mountains emerge. Okay, you have there a map showing the area with the Logone River between Cameroon and Chad. And here you have a Maga Dam with an artificial reservoir made for the purpose of irrigated rice plots in Cameroon. A previous speaker defined a flood, but we want to emphasize on a flood from the point of view of hydraulic engineers, and maybe it will help us to better understand the risk occurred. From engineering point of view, a flood is the submersion of a territory by water. It flows the overflow of a water, rise of the water table, the influence of the tide, the combined action of runoff and failure or the rupture of a water retention structure. All these situations can explain how the floods. You have natural based causes as torrential rains, relief, proximity of the underground water in certain area, the rainy season, overflow of water course, flat topography, low soil permeability. As anthropogenic causes, we can retain poor occupation of the space, particularly the occupation of water expansion zone, inefficient stormwater drainage system, partial collection of household waste, incivism of the population, construction of the production, non-efficient of dams. What is flood? A flood is a disaster and is managed as such. Flood risk management okay, I move a bit faster. Okay, I was saying that flood risk management seeks to reduce the risk from flood event to the people who are located in flood-prone areas. It is done in 5 key stages: prevention, mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. The main vulnerabilities are the absence of comprehensive and efficient early warning system focused on people, the absence of strategic, organizational, and operational framework for disaster risk management, the lack of critical skill and capacity in humanitarian emergency management, poor integration of disaster risk management into local development policies and strategies, and weak local resources allocated to disaster risk reduction or management. These vulnerabilities specific to disaster risk management are exacerbated by major structural vulnerabilities, including poor access of population to basic social services, rampant demography, mass poverty, severe degradation of natural resources, and the low capacity of communities and state administrative structures. Talking about prevention of floods in the Logone Basin, hydrometeorological equipment has been installed. Amongst them, we have 22 rainfall stations and 4 water stations in Cameroon and 29 rainfall stations and 4 meteorological stations in Chad. You can easily realize that the flood issue is addressed by the 2 boundary countries and the equipment has been installed. The data collected is managed by the 2 countries on the supervision of Lake Chad Basin Commission. Some pictures showing the work who has been done in terms of infrastructure. You have the protected dam along the Logone River. You have the Maga Dam after rehabilitation, and you have the drainage network in irrigated perimeters. Here also, a resilient habitat has been developed with an appropriate foundation with a certain elevation such a way that when flood occurs, people are safe and nothing is affected by water. It might be good also to mention that in that area, flood is a natural area because even because we have a flat area, people in their culture used to live with floods left the area for some time, and come back when water has gone back to an illustration where a dew in an even
it seems like we have some technical issues. I don't know if it is from my side, but we lose you for a few minutes, Dr. Ndongo. And yes, if you can just wrap up for the last part, that would be very cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, you are mute now, Dr. Ndongo. You are still mute. So please, you
okay, are you getting me now?
Yes, it is clear now. You are mute once again. Sorry, I don't know what is wrong, but now you are mute now. So in the meantime, definitely, I'm sure he will be answering to the question you asked. Yeah, I would like to encourage you to use the chat to ask all the questions you would like the speaker to address. So, Dr. Ndongo, could you hear us now?
Yes, I'm getting you.
Sorry for the participant. We always have technical issues like internet bandwidth that is not really good in Cameroon, as well as too many issues. So let's bear with us. And yeah, Dr. Ndongo, could you hear us now?
Okay, thank you. I'm getting you. I was talking about, I hope that you are getting me.
Yes, we can hear you properly. And yeah,
okay, thank you.
If you can maybe summarize the last part of your presentation in like 1 or 2 minutes, that would be really appreciated.
Okay, thank you. Okay, as Tulu, let's talk about Tulu has been developed. We have communities for crisis management. We have the coordination with NGOs and local resource persons. We have material stored in container, like a houseboard, mattress, blanket, tent, and medicine. We have a flood risk mapping and mapping of the various resettlement sites and others. As a conclusion, I want to say that the flood management in terms of prevention and tools remain to be consolidated in the Logone Basin in particular and in Cameroon in general. The developed methodology and proposed tools such as social media, optical and SRS satellite data are needed in the environment for a relevant flood mitigation. Thank you for your understanding.